How you guys doing? Welcome to this morning's edition to the Biker Angle, episode 724. I'm James Hollywood Machikari, and if you'd like to contribute $1 or $2 to the show, you can do so by either becoming a monthly Patreon or one-time donation through PayPal. Insane Throttle keeps our content free, and it's supported entirely on contributions from our audience, and a big thanks for everyone who does contribute. So let's get this show on the road here. Provincial police are investigating two separate incidents involving, quote, threats of violence and intimidation between members of the Hells Angels and the Outlaw biker gangs in Port Dover on Friday the 13th. On July 11th, police were warned motorcycle enthusiasts planning to attend a popular rally that tensions were mounting between rival gangs. But in the media release issued after the weekend, where an estimated 200,000 descended on the community, the OPP described the weekend as relatively peaceful. Go figure, they raise everybody's fears and it's all peaceful. Kicking the balls, isn't it, cops? Anyway, 9 days later, the OPP's Organized Crime Enforcement Bureau published another media release, this time asking members of the public who were in town during the event for help. Anyone with information is asked to call the OPP. Tips can also be provided anonymously through Crime Stoppers. But it was a boon for local businesses. The mass motorcycle gathering happens every Friday the 13th. And is part of a tradition that dates back to 1981 when a Port Dover motorcycle shop owner met up with some friends. It's a major source of income for businesses located on the north shore of Lake Erie, about an hour southwest of Hamilton. John Wells, Norfolk County's counselor for the ward that includes Port Dover, said he was downtown working in the beer tent on both Thursday and Friday during the rally, but said he wasn't aware of any threats or intimidations taking place at the time. Wow, does that counteract the police story? You've done it, guys. It was a successful event, he said. I'm not saying there weren't problems, I'm just saying I wasn't aware of them. Wells said the presence of gangs, quote, is noticeable because they wear specific patches in clothing, but added, people tend to police themselves and be on their best behavior during the event. Quote, any problems we have had haven't been caused by different gangs or groups of different bikers, Wells explained. Well, that kills the OPP's narrative, doesn't it? But he did admit that having gangs in town could lead to issues. I guess there's the possibility that in the past these groups or of individuals may have met each other at different venues, and sometimes when they meet again, they remember the past. Extremely well-behaved people, he goes on to say. Still, he said Port Dover has hosted dozens of motorcycle rallies over the years, all without major problems, despite the sense that people outside the town are just, quote, waiting for something bad to happen. We attribute a certain reputation to bikers, and from what I can see from the Friday the 13th, they've had here, that reputation is not something they bring with them. They are extremely well-behaved people, and I'm pleased to welcome them to the community. But, the OPP's out there, ringing the bells and trying to whip up all kinds of publicity and, cause problems that really ain't there. I wonder how the OPP feels right now that even their councilman, or counselor, what they call it up in Canada, sees no problem. So, what was the issue? What was all the press about? See, this is the problem with cops. Always whipping up something when nothing's there. Get the tinfoil hats, go sit in the corner, OPP, and you know what? Just go behave yourself. Stop whipping up all the media stuff for no reason. Anyway, from the Provincial, what is this, the Journal, out of Rhode Island. What happens when police officers from 3 departments pull over about 100 members of a motorcycle club on an interstate highway? Well, sometimes nothing. Such was the case Saturday afternoon this past weekend when Rhode Island State Police, assisted by officers from Hopkinton and Connecticut, pulled over about 100 members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club on Route 95 shortly after they crossed into Rhode Island. Lori Mead Kirk, spokesman for the Rhode Island State Police, said the motorcyclists were pulled over at about 1:30 p.m. Saturday as part of an investigatorial step. They cannot spell, and this is a newspaper. Anyway, but the stop turned up not a single violation, nor culminated in a single arrest, she said, and the bikers continued on their way to a club rally in Fall River. The stop came on the heels of a major state police investigation into rival biker activity. In May, more than 50 people affiliated with various biker clubs were arrested on drugs and weapons charges after state and federal agents staged a series of early morning raids in northern Rhode Island. The stop came on the heels of a major state police investigation. Really? They stopped 100 guys doing nothing, just going to a biker rally, and damn, ain't that mud on the face right there. They didn't get to issue a single violation. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was doing anything wrong. Yeah, sounds a little bit like motorcycle profiling if you ask me. But they'll never admit it. They'll never admit it. Never, 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 never. But, that's cops, man. And when you wear the patch, you got to deal with such shit like that. So, that's also a subject that's going to be coming up in a next video that I got coming up on YouTube. It's about, so you want to join a motorcycle club. It's basically, that's the title. And it takes you through some of the stuff you want to look at when joining a motorcycle club. The goods, the bads, the uglies, and that's one of the subjects in there about having to deal with police profiling. So, for those listening over on Instagram TV, come back over to YouTube and join us over there. You can watch the rest of the show because they only allow us 10 minutes of upload time over on Instagram TV. Hopefully soon that'll be wiped out. We'll be able to keep you going on Instagram TV. So for those listening, jump on over there with us. Anyway, keeping going. Motorcycle Club hosting benefit for burn victims. Out of the Appalachian newspaper, members of the local chapter of the Brothers Keepers Motorcycle Club have been planning their biggest fundraiser since April. And the event will bring 2 days of live music, carnival rides, biker games, and other activities to Prestonsburg. The BKMC 28 chapter, made up of active and retired firefighters from Floyd, Pike, Johnson, and surrounding communities, is hosting its 2018 burn run at Archer Park in Prestonsburg, July 27th through 28th. Activities will be open from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and 9 to 10 on Saturday. Admission is free and entrance to all live music performances are also free. Organizers are planning to host up to 100 vendors that will be selling items, and the club will also sell hot dogs, hamburgers, and other concessions, as well as pulled pork from 2 pigs that will be roasted on site. Oh man, you gotta love a hog roast. Anyway, proceeds will be raised from an auction and several activities that are planned. Club President Brian Moore of Johnson County said all the money the club raises at this event will go to Camp Tilda, a burn camp that Shriners Hospitals from Children in Cincinnati provides for children who have been burned. The camp, held every June, gives children who have burn injuries a chance to experience summer camp. Rock on. They gain self-esteem and learn skills that help them recover from scars left behind by their injuries. Last year, the club donated $11,000 to the camp, Moore said, and members hope to provide a larger donation during the second burn run this year. Everybody get out there. Let's get donated, man. That's who the bikers are. That's who we are. The 2018 burn run will begin at Archer Park at 4 p.m. on Friday with carnival rides provided by Bluegrass Rides and Inflatables, a mechanical bull, a Dunkin' booth, vendors, and live music from the Mountain Arts Center front porch picking event, which is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. Biker games also begin at 6 p.m. and the auction will be at 8 p.m. featuring numerous items that will be offered to raise money for the camp. Saturday's activities at Archer Park include the carnival and the vendors, as well as a dice ride for bikers, which starts at 2, a blood drive, and all kinds of good events, man. So get out there, guys. If you wanted more information, visit the Brother Keepers Motorcycle Club on Facebook or online and get involved with this. This is, you know what, taking care of kids that have been burnt, and yeah, this shit. I wish I was living there. I'd go over that thing, man. That's pretty cool. Anyway, finally, in one of the more stunning revelations contained in the report compiled by our Justice Department watchdog, former FBI Director James Comey claimed he doesn't remember the moment he decided and put down in writing that Hillary Clinton had committed crimes. We know that on or about May 2nd, 2016, Comey composed a statement summarizing Clinton's mishandling of documents, concluding that she was grossly negligent. Those pivotal words have a distinct legal meaning and drawn directly from a federal statute. Comey used the exact phrase not once, but twice. Based on Comey's filings, I don't even give a shit how I pronounce his name, Clinton should have faced a multiple-count criminal indictment since the FBI discovered that she had stored 110 classified emails on her unauthorized private computer server. Other people have been prosecuted for similar conduct that jeopardized national security in violation of the law. Yet, Comey, despite characterizing Clinton's actions with the clear language denoting violation of the law, saw to it that no charges were ever brought against Clinton. Under questioning, Comey admitted to the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, that he authored the May 2nd statement and penned every word of it himself. But then he offered the implausible claim that he did not recall that his original draft used the term gross negligence and did not recall discussion about the issue. Comey's having amnesia, man. That's what it is. The truth is, Comey well remembers that he wrote, because he participated in the subsequent discussions with top officials at FBI and Clinton's gross negligence. Several meetings were held on the subject, and notes proved that Comey was in attendance. So, you know what? It was a big rouse. It was a setup, and all the evidence is out there. You know, that FISA memo came out, I think it was Friday, and you just can see the cover-up everywhere. And the biggest story in U.S. history of the biggest governmental corruption scheme, bigger than Watergate, is staring the press right in the eyes, and guess what? They're too busy being the propaganda machine, covering everything up. They're more worried about covering their, Obama king and Clinton queen than they are about being Americans. And that's a sad freaking day. A sad freaking day in America when that happens. See, they're hoping that the Democrats win in the midterms. That way, all this will go away. So, my suggestion, anyone out there that votes, get your ass out there and vote anything other than Democrat. Because if the Democrats win the midterms, the investigation goes away and nobody's held accountable. And everybody else is finding out what bikers really have been saying for years upon years. The feds are truly corrupt. And now it's on a scale that everybody can see. So, with that, thanks for watching this episode, and you guys be safe out there, keep the rubber side down, and crack that throttle, keep her going, and party hard.